Well, hey everybody. Last week on Boot-Trac Adventures, we showed you the first part of Eric Schmitz's turkey hunt. Now, like I said, he has 3 tags. He filled one last week. Is he going to be able to carry his luck over and fill the other 2 tags? Well, let's find out. Get after him, Eric.
Alright, well, they are gobbling their head off. The flock in front of me, I don't see any gobblers. I see one jake. I can't tell what the other ones are. They look like a bunch of hens. I'm sure there's probably another jake or 2. But there's a tom just gobbling away just inside the woods. This flock is 150 yards. But the tom that's gobbling, he's probably 250 or so, just a little bit further into the woods. So hopefully he'll come out and we'll have a little action out here. I really wish I had a decoy out right now, but that's my own fault. But it's getting pretty light out now. They should be flying down any minute. Stay tuned.
This segment brought to you by Scenic Bluffs Outfitters, North Central Wisconsin's guide service for fish, deer, turkey, bear in Zone C and E, and now Wisconsin elk hunts too. By Tree Stand and Ladder Stand Buddy, the safest way to put up your lock-on and ladder stands. And by Pete Shoe Dryer, helping keep your shoes, boots, and accessories dry and odor-free since 1968. All feet love Pete.
He got to 35 yards. I had the bow. There's actually still a couple hens up on the roost yet. But yeah, this bird, he was 35 and coming. And then he stopped and he stood there and he looked around. I didn't see nothing because I called him down. My Gobbler Ridge game calls. If I would have had a decoy, it would have been that final few steps, he would have gotten bow range for me. So I switched to the shotgun. I said, switching to guns, goose. Let him have it. So now, there he lays. There's my second Wisconsin turkey for the season. Well, folks, here he is. Nice Wisconsin gobbler. He's a 2-year-old. He came out of nowhere, actually. I had the flock, there's about 9 of them, and they were roosted right behind me here. They're down there messing around over at the edge of the woods. And all of a sudden I look over and I see this guy pop out of the wheat field, and he immediately turned my way and started marching, strutting and gobbling the whole way in. 6 o'clock in the morning, it was a short hunt, but you can't complain about that. I found a way to occupy my boredom during the summer, and that one came up by bow fishing. I was sitting up here. You can see I have a pond in my backyard right here, and I could see the carp just swimming by one day by the dozens. So I decided that I was gonna take my old recurve that I had laying around and get a bow fishing reel and slap it on there instead of taking my sight off of my darting right before deer season. So best of both worlds. I can practice for deer hunting, swap bows, and go walk down and bow fish some carp.
This segment brought to you by Vortex Optics. Quality, affordable optics with an unconditional lifetime warranty. By Interlock Broadheads. American-made mechanical and fixed blade broadheads that fly like field points and put your game down fast. And by Paradise Valley Concrete Specialties. Based in Warrens, Wisconsin, they can do all types of flatwork and concrete construction, specializing in stamped and colored patios, sidewalks, and driveways. Today we're going to take a look at a new peat product that came out in the later part of 2024. In the past, you've heard me talk about their portable drying units and how they were good for everyday use, but if you had a wetter pair of shoes or boots, they probably couldn't handle it and you needed a bigger unit to do it. Well, that, my friends, is a thing of the past. We now have the Peat Power Dryer Plus. This is a portable unit with a fan built into it. It's designed to force the warm air from the toe of the shoe or boot out the heel. Now it can handle those wetter situations. Small package, big results. If you'd like to check out these or any of their other fine products, go to peatdryer.com and remember, dry responsibly.
Good morning, everybody. I was a few minutes late getting out this morning, and wouldn't you know it, these birds, they are roosted right on the edge. I can see them from the blind, and I know they saw me walk in because it was too light out already. I'm hoping they just naturally walk past here this morning. For the morning here, I'm just running on luck and hope they forget about me walking down here. Out this window behind me here is the woods, and those 2 jakes are roosted right there. I drew back on them tonight. They were 13, 14 yards. I drew back on them and I was gonna smack one, but they didn't stop walking, so I just held off. It was still fairly early. The tom never showed up, and now these jakes are roosting alone. I can hear one gobbling over in the neighbor's woods. Who knows what's gonna happen? I sure don't know. Well, hello everybody. I got a nice bird down here last week, but as you can see with the pine trees blowing behind me, it's pretty windy. It's about 22 whatever miles an hour wind they had forecasted most of the day here, and obviously higher gusts. But last night we had tornado weather coming through with 70 mile an hour wind, and some weather stations were saying up to 150 mile an hour gust. So I'm gonna go check on my baronet blind. I asked my parents if they can see the blind from their house across the field here, and they said it's still up, still standing. So I'm gonna go down there, take a look. Stay tuned.
This segment brought to you by Boning Archery, your archery supply dealer for over 75 years. Reveal Cellular Trail Cams. Scenic Bluffs Outfitters, your hunting and fishing outfitter and land management specialist in north central Wisconsin. And by Paradise Valley Concrete Specialties. Based in Warrens, Wisconsin, they can do all types of flatwork and concrete construction, specializing in stamped and colored patios, sidewalks, and driveways.
I'm all set up here in the baronet blind. Survived the storm just fine. Tornado weather. Seriously, 70 mile an hour winds. It didn't skip a beat. I got my puppy dog, Azzy, with me today. So she's my good luck charm. Good morning, everybody. And I was a little late getting out here because the birds roosted right behind me, and I knew I needed to get in early. But I didn't. And the whole flock flew away this morning when I was walking down. So I had no hope of anything happening. So I'm sitting here chilling, frustrated. I look up, and there are 4 jakes 7 yards away. So I spun on the camera, got that open, hit record, picked up the bow, and let one have it. I saw him drop, and his buddies left him. He didn't take it very well. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh, hi, turkeys. I'll take it. I'll take a jake with the bow anytime. You bet. Jake here. I got with the bull finally. Told you, my last bird last week I shot with a shotgun. I said, you know, I'm going to use the darting. I could see him roosted last night right behind me here, and I knew I needed to get out here early. That's 3 for 3 tags filled here in Wisconsin this year for me. It's been a very good year. Very fortunate. I thank you guys for watching.